So can we change, what can we change within our astrological chart? What can we
Maximum.
change? Yeah.
Maximum you can modify out of our, since a practice you can modify your day.
Modify? Epigenetic changes.
Yeah.
Can you say that again? Here, you can modify,
Epigenetic changes.
you can modify by.
Modify. So I think this is the second question, I think which kind of goes to that. Can can doing yoga sadhana change your astrological chart?
Yoga sadhana will change moderately, and yoga sadhana is called yoga. The meaning is understood in a different way, like yogasana, like posture. Yoga is a union with the God, union with the source energy. Instead of telling God, the source energy. Where we have come from, we have to go and merge with the source energy. So there will not be any further life. Like that is called heaven. We say that. What happens here? Yoga sadhana when you do, when it is understood properly, Ashtanga yoga. Ashtanga yoga. There are 8 limbs, 8 part is called yoga. When you understood all the 8 part and do that yoga, that can change.
Can I clarify that with my question? I didn't mean the asanas. I meant things like yoga sankirtana, that sort of sadhana, not the physical asanas, like the meditation of. Like,
There is basically 8 limbs are yama, niyama, pranayama, asana, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi.
yes.
So these 8 limbs are there. Pratyagara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. There are 8 limbs. When we say that, yama means the personal ethics. Personally, some 5 rules are there. They should not lie, not to steal, like that 5 rules. Then social ethics, how to behave. We should not hurt anyone. We should not curse anyone. All the things are there. Then cleanliness, like hygiene, that is taught over there itself. So all the 5 points in the social ethics. Then it comes pranayama, the breathing technique comes. And the breathing techniques are explained in many shastras, many yoga shastras, even Patanjali, but Tirumoolar is the only one saint has explained in a different way, very effectively by Tirumandram, his text. Okay. And the pranayama.
What does he say differently than Patanjali?
He is giving like 16 verses, you can refer that. 16 verses. Patanjali is a sutras.
Yes.
Here is the slokas. Slokas, one line is 8 words, by that 4. 32 words he has given the explanation. So where to stop and how to breathe in, how to hold, and how to release, and the kumbhaka, everything is very in detail, it is explained. You can go to that, and I think 242, from then onwards, 16 stotras are there.
Okay.
You can just check in Tirumandram. So Tirumandram is a detailed version of yoga, short version of yoga of Patanjali. Patanjali, because of short of time, he could not explain more. That story is a very big story. Patanjali was about to go back to where he has come from. He did not have time. All his 999 disciples have been burnt out. Only one was left. He was about to go back. So in that urgency, he has given us his sutras. But Tirumala lived for 3,000 years. 1 year, one sloka he has given. He has practiced. He has enjoyed. Came out of the meditation after 1 year. He has given one sloka, like the 3,000 is there. A lot of things to know there.
Is it true that a person's lifespan is already decided by number of his breaths,
Yes.
and how we use it is it's on us?
This is again the modification method by pranayama. His his lifespan is decided by how many times he breathe in and he breathe out. The practice, one example, Tirumoolam, Tirumandiram, it's indicate 1:4:2, that is the ratio. 1:4:2, this is the ratio. For example, 4 seconds when you inhale, 16 seconds you hold, 8 seconds you release. Exhale. So, right to left, left to right. This is the technique he has revealed for the long life. So it goes up to, his method is there up to 16 times inhalation, 64 seconds of holding, and 32 seconds of exhalation.
So just want, in the interest of time, I'm going to go some questions very quickly, right? So the next question: can astrology predict when we will find love, and what factors are at play when it comes to the accuracy of finding love?
Yeah, sure. You can find. When we understood about the time of love, when it is going to be materialized, nature of a person, and whether this is going to be a long-lasting or any problem in between, even modification method, everything we can discuss.
What are the primary reasons for physical ailments related to astrology? So, based on astrology, why do we, like example, like why do I have hip issues, or why does somebody have certain issues? Is there a correlation
There is.
between physical
Yes.
astrology and physical issues?
Yes, yes.
And by the way,
Correct.
I had met somebody who basically told me you're going to have a hip issue 10 years before it actually happened, right? So like, what do you mean it's going to happen? And it was there.
Yeah. For example, Mercury is the governing energy of the nervous system. Stomach and digestive system, and also connected with the knowledge, and this controller is Jupiter. For example, Sun is connecting to the bone marrow. Mars is connected to the blood. When we go into this, in that combination, when we understand that, so when a person is going to get into nerve system related issues, or like up to the Parkinson, and how much that is going to affect, or whether he is going to be affected by blood issue, which energy, lack of which energy can lead him to get into which problem. That is the understanding, that is the study. You are all open to study about it. Because when you understand about which energy deficit leads us to meet which problem, even vitamins and energy, cosmic energy. And meditation is the medication, you see that. When you focus towards the cosmic energy, this all the plants, human, animal, everything is the form of that is the representation of the cosmic energy. So that is not different. We are not different from the cosmic energy. We are the miniature in a different combination. That's all. So whatever the energy deficit is going to lead to which type of the diseases, there is a study in astrology, so you can understand easily.
So last two questions. One is, you're here, you're working with Raj and on time Yoda, right?
Yeah.
Your whole thing is about people should do the right thing at the right time.
Yeah.
Give a little bit of perspective of time and this whole question of mapping life and time.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
Wonderful. This is we have come to the crux of that subject, because all the cosmic energy, everything is working on the axle of time. This particular time, so much of the energy combination is unique. 1 second later, the uniqueness changes. That is a different uniqueness comes. So on the axle of time, the time decides the energy equation, energy combination. So time to time, when it is changing because of the rotation, because of the movement, so everything changes.
So if I was going to do something like, let's say, start a new project, what you're telling me is that pick the right time,
Yeah.
right? And then to maximize the efficiency. So it's kind of what I learned is that basically it's neutral or upside, there's no downside, right? You follow it. So Raj, that's something which you're working on as a platform, right?
Yeah, so I mean, I would like to say we are a happiness company.
Okay.
Raise your hand if you want to be happy.
I want to be
Joyful, as Deepak would say, happiness is for reason, sadness is for reason, joy is a state of bliss. I'm an immunologist, and a patient, a boy, 19-year-old, he goes to the hospital, and he has psoriasis. There are 80 autoimmune diseases that affect human beings, and he has psoriasis, but that episode only happens when he has exams. So the question becomes, this year is 1986, the question becomes what brain is doing to the immune system. So in 1988, a landmark study that was published in a magazine called Science, which is one of the highest magazine for science or medical research, they figured out that brain is making some peptides, some, let's say, small molecules that are affecting the immune system. But the question then becomes where exactly this fear of exam is translating into this immune system, and that is emotions and thoughts. And in order to have healthy emotions and thoughts, the most important thing is self-awareness, and that's what they're talking about. And what Dr. Shiva has done with this mastery in genius is that kind of put in a very practical aspect for you to know yourself. If you really understand yourself, then likeliness is that you're gonna be more happier, or give the example of weather. The weather is there is gonna be a storm outside, you're gonna stay inside. If it's sunny day, you're gonna do what you're supposed to do. That's aligning with time to have less toxicity of your emotions and thoughts than translating into physical manifestation of diseases. So I understood very quickly as an immunologist that so many diseases, including cancer, can be prevented if one uses the information he's telling and put in the practical terms. So how do you take this ancient knowledge what Punecha has been sharing here and then turning this into meaningful, useful, practical, actionable advice? This is what Time Yoda is. Time, everyone understands. Yoda actually is an Indian word, but Kunal was saying it's a Japanese.
Also Japanese.
Maybe
Maybe Japanese name.
maybe they but Yoda, Star Wars, they removed the H. It's an Indian word, and that's what we say: a wise man or a warrior of
One
time.
more, fully loaded, ready to fight.
So I think one of the reasons I was looking at this whole thing of time is because once you understand it, so for me it's fascinating, right? With the solar eclipse last month,
Yeah.
and everybody was going to Texas to kind of look at the thing, and he called me up and says, he typically never calls me up. He sends a message, says, Punecha, I really don't want you to go out. And during the eclipse, just stay indoors, and then, you know what, take a shower and start your day. Why was that?
So,
And what happens when you went outside hanging out, sunbathing?
Yeah. So all energy, its impact, and it works on our neurons. Okay? During full moon day, the opposite sun and moon, 180-degree opposite, the both energies are falling on the earth. Because of the strong energy, earth is receiving more stronger energy of that particular day. And you can see how many people you have witnessed that tides are very high during the full moon day, right? You would have witnessed. So I have seen tides are rising more. So in new moon day, what happened? Eclipse happen during full moon or new moon. That's it. Either solar eclipse is happening on a new moon day. Lunar eclipse happens on full moon day. No other day it happens because the alignment. So the alignment in same degree, sun and moon together, and both energy in the same degree. This is 180-degree opposite, full moon. But new moon is a same degree. They both are joined, and those both energies are going to hit the earth. Earth, because of the gravitation, which is received. Our brain is very soft. Very soft, it has to be taken care. So we have got that creature with the proper skull, strong skull. Inside that, semi-solid brain is located. See, the neurons are excellent. That is the communicator in our body. Our nerve cells, neurons, are the communicator. They are the communicating medium between the cosmic energy and to our body. So when a big energy is hit our neuron, it cannot resist. For our normal people, it is okay. During pregnancy, the eclipse effect works more. That radiation hits the womb inside and beyond the umbilical liquid, placenta, and which touches the child, and it modifies the energy. You don't know whether that's going to modify for good or not. So let us be out of the range of the radiation, so that we need to be inside the home. And as soon as the eclipse is left, means is over, we need to take bath. That is the remedy.
So last question is, you Siddha medicine, so you've been practicing it from generations, your ancestors and all of them. So one of the things, your whole thing is about how do you reduce pain? Because pain is usually the biggest issue with people, right? Body pain, back pain, this pain. So talk a little bit more about, and maybe Raj, you can also talk about the work you're doing right now to bring pain medicine from the, you basically have an oil which you're now bringing to the US, right?
From the Siddha medicine perspective, some of the very powerful
So
herbs.
everybody has pain over here, whatever the pain is,
Ooh.
try it out. If it works, then call him. If it doesn't work, call him.
Instead of me, so he is very near. Dr. Grover is very near you.
You know, I tell you that. Right.
Yeah.
So great. Just share a little bit about how you came about this medicine.
I have been manufacturing many Siddha medicines and wellness products. Even that is under the beauty products and spiritual products, means energy products, and then food products. So one of the energy product, pain. Have you seen any pain? Have you seen the pain? Have you experienced the pain?
Yes.
Body.
Yes.
So everybody can experience.
All the time.
That's a feel. That is great. So experiencing the pain, everyone would have undergone. Okay. Pain relief is it's very much relaxing. Okay. So out of that, very big, very important, and the herbs are connected to the divine energy. So that those has been collected, some 5 oils in different recipe that has been made. Actually, Dr. Rajesh Grover, he has experienced out of his research about the pain relief oil, and he can talk about it.
You want to say,
So yeah, we are launching this product at the Roadrunner store next month, and I was visiting Dr. Shiva. Again, pain comes from the immune system, as you might know or you don't know. I can tell you. I mean, the thing is that no one likes pain, but at the same time, pain is a defense mechanism. You don't want your body not to know where you have a problem. When problem happens, an injury happens, or somebody puts a hand on the burner, there is burn, immune system quickly launches an inflammatory response that leads to pain. But we also know if you are in acute or chronic pain, that causes anxiety, depression. And he was telling me about this oil that he has developed, and it is in his family for, let's say, generations, like other things. And he has tested this, and I said, okay, give it to me. And some of my friends happen to be the top doctor at the Pentagon that actually have seen a lot of pain, all kinds of pain. And we tested. It turned out that it's so potent that it can work like in minutes. If you don't believe, if anyone has pain, try this. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you should try it out.
If
it helps, that's once again service to humanity, right? If also everything is organic, it's got all the certifications.
all natural. It's a combination, and how do you? And that's what he did with Siddha medicine. How to combine all together. But I'm looking as an immunologist how it shut down the pain, but also fixes the underlying inflammation. It is not just fixing the symptoms. It really fixes deep inside the causative agent, which is inflammation.
And
But if it is a
arthritis
mechanical,
I think it's a big benefit.
yeah, arthritis, trigeminous neuralgia, any kind of pain, tennis elbow, you name it, and raise your hand if you play pickleball.
In New York, nobody plays.
Okay, so never mind.
Wrong geography.
Maybe a business opportunity. Anyone wants to open the pickleball courts. In any case, it's
I think
becoming.
one in Central Park here, by the way.
It's one of the fastest growing sport in America because it's so social, it's good for mental health, but there are, chances of getting injured and all that.
All the basically people are completely not fit playing it.
Exactly, so this is a really tremendous opportunity, but this really works. And
So do try it out if you like it or whatever the pain is. So once again, Dr. Shivakumar, thank you. Any other questions? I'm going to, the next few minutes can hang out, ask any questions. Raj, if you want to basically get more detail, get a reading done and all of that stuff, it takes about 2 hours, right? Or much longer to do the whole thing. But I think just get in touch with Raj, and I think the goal today was to hopefully share some insights into the whole area of this whole discipline. Any questions you want to ask, or yeah, go ahead.
One question based on astrology. Now, is there where does free will fall? Is there free will?
Also, at any in a big city like New York City, at any given moment in a hospital or anything, on a given day, like the place of birth, time, and most of the things match for most of the kids, right? Is there any study done like people born on a particular day tend to behave in a
So 2 questions: free will,
First,
and then
free will we will attend. The free will belongs to some energy. When you have received that energy, predominantly your free will be working on each and every day-to-day routine job. So you will be able to implement your own free will, and possibly if you are provided with the right opportunity to get you the success, that free will be successful. Otherwise, how many free will? Those who have the free will. Each and everybody has free will. I want to modify this, I want to modify that. We are working on the free will. We are trying to match with our own wishes. Free will comes from the wishes, from our own thought. So, how many people can do it? That's a question. Free will is an energy which you are imbibed with, you can implement. That the predominant energy of the free will, if it is not infused in your energy chart, that is not possible.
second question was.
And when you asked about the same time birth, same time means that word same time should be explained. For example, here per second, the earth rotation is 500 meter, which is traveling away. So in the same second, same millisecond, if any child is born, they may have that similarity. But even that is not possible even on twins. Even for the same genes, they are taking birth from the same parents, and minimum 3 minutes difference. So because of the earth rotation, the time is varying. So the exact ruling planet and ruling energy is changing.
But if you look at the Kundali, it may all the some of the
Positions
stars,
will be same, right?
positions will be same.
That is the Vedic method. In my method, it will not be same. When you go inside the degree, and inside the minutes, and inside the second. So
That means your method needs an exact date, exact time.
Also, I think other which I've noticed having worked with them, he triangulates, right? So basically, there is obviously there's Vedic astrology, there's also Nadi astrology, there's Panchapakshi Shastra, there's all of this. So I think when you look at, it's kind of triangulating what I found. To a certain extent, when I went to mine, I was off by 5 minutes, because technically he said if you were born, this was my time of birth, But he said based on your chart, you should be very dark skinned, right? Because your chart, that means you're off in your time. So 5 minutes later,
Yes.
probably give you these attributes. So sometimes even what I thought was my date of time of birth was not my time of birth.
Yeah,
It was
you
off.
ran the correction.
It just ran the correction. So there's almost like a self-correcting algorithm. But I think also my last parting message, right? Was also for us to have fun, right? This is supposed to be joyful, and it's not like the whole goal over here of doing all of this is just to find a little bit of. And sometimes life is a coin toss. When life is out there, it's nice to get some help. And for me, so I wouldn't get obsessed with it, right? But use it as a companion to kind of help you in your life's journey.
I would like to add one last thing. So human genome was decoded in the year 2000, and we live in this era that even though we are same, but we're not same. Like you asked about the time, our genetic code is different, and I'm friends and I was a professor at the institute, the guy who did the genome and also an advisor to the most advanced and I believe company doing personalized medicine in San Diego, Human Longevity Incorporated. What they don't have, even if you know your genome, epigenome, what they don't have the time domain data. And that time domain data, the pulse, like weather, can give you so much information that you can enhance, like she asked about free will, she can, and the spectrum, everything is spectrum, but can give so much insight that is really, like what Punecha was sharing, can be your greatest guide. And I would like to add poetically, if true abundance is your fundamental right, then to have or access your true abundance, you have to be persistently creative. We are just adding a little spike in your creativity.
Also, one thing I want to just say is that this is a journey, right? I think over the years, I've become a better human being, a better father, all of that, just because I've been constantly improving. So I think even all of these things, right? It's a journey. I think it's not a point in time. I would say you learn some, you experiment, you explore. And I think since 2007 to 2024, we have a lot of time to screw up, right? And we kind of learned, and we adjusted, we fine-tuned. Now the algorithm is perfect. It's kind of getting there. So I think it's also, I would say, like, let's kind of, any questions offline also, let's keep in touch.
Yeah.
But the goal, I think to create, I think Kunal and me, is for us to really create Sangha, right? You say Seva, Sangha, and Sadhana, right? Seva is let's do the work together, right? That's our work to the world. Sangha is a community of like-minded people. The question is it amazing that we showed up on, why did we all show up today? It's not an accident. Somehow we decided to be here. Then Sadhana, together, let's explore. Let's kind of take a journey together, and to be continued. You know my email, and so just kind of let's keep in touch, right?
And you
So
know,
thank
you guys are welcome, stay a little bit, have some.
And then just connect with, and just feel free
connect
just
with
to
us.
shoot the
Now,
breeze.
now the actual connection begins, so thank you all for
Thank you.
being here.
Thank
Happy Mother's Day. And thank you, Deep, thank you, Dr. Shivakumar, of course, and all of you can mob him now if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that it?
Come, come.